We're here to look at the rail seating, the fantastic yellow wall, and just see how atmospheres are different in Germany, and to see what we can learn going forward.
How do the team at the very, very top, and a team whose atmosphere is renowned, I would say, throughout Europe, how do they do it? What do they do different than we do in England? The yellow wall, or where the yellow wall is. I am in the rail seating part. For anybody who doesn't know or hasn't seen rail seating, this is it. This is the mechanism. The seats here, this is what the seats are. They're bolted up for league games, for Bundesliga games, and fans can stand here and supporters can stand in front. Here at Borussia Dortmund they have a 1-to-2 ratio, 1 seat to 2 standing places. For when Tottenham arrive here on the 5th of March, the Champions League games, these seats have to be down, and therefore this is your block, this is your seat where you will sit. These barriers in front remain at all times, so in standing area you can't go anywhere because literally there's 2 people wide and that's it. So you're not going to get a sway forward because there's only 2 of you here. And this is how the rail seating is set up. For all the youngsters out there who've never seen standing, there was used to be a big sway forward. That can't happen now with rail seating because of the design of them. For Everton, if they were to do a 1-to-1.5 ratio, it would work out as if 2 of us were stood here, then 1 person would stand in between our shoulders here. So 2 heads and me. I just wanted to show you this bit because this is the old-fashioned terrace. This would never ever be brought back in England, ever, the way this is. So don't look at this and think, oh, I don't want safe standing. What happens with this is, for Champions League games, these here, these bolts, they bring in a row of seats and they clip the seats onto those bolts for a Champions League game because standing isn't allowed at the Champions League games. All of these here, the barriers, they're all taken out before every game. They're all moved out, and the seats, the rows of seats are put in, and that's how this converts back into an all-seater stadium because UEFA simply do not allow the standing here.
And the biggest thing that influences the atmosphere in these German grounds is the orchestration by the ultras of people who are stuck close together and get in the ground early, and the reason they come is to support their team.
I think it's not only important that you stand, it's also important that you can stand close to your neighbor, that you feel more the atmosphere. There's no atmosphere when you have a meter space to another one.
If you go there with the intention of having a party, you have a good day out, whether the game is a good game or a bad game. So yeah, that's the biggest difference. And I just think, fans ought to be able to have the choice. Those that want to stand up and have a party, let them stand up and have a party. Those that want to sit down and watch every move intricately and analyse all the tactics, let them do that on the halfway line in the grandstand.
If you stand with your friends, with your guys, can have a bratwurst, a beer, can sing songs. So that make the atmosphere. And it can automatically out of the people.
Ferguson. 2:1 Führung für unseren BVB-Torschützen. Der Spieler mit der Nummer 7,
What an incredible experience it was being on the yellow wall. Especially Dortmund have just won 3-2 against Bayer Leverkusen. The game had everything, the atmosphere had everything, but the main thing is that even when they went behind, the fans never stopped singing. When they conceded a second goal, the fans never stopped singing. In fact, the fans never stopped singing. It's absolutely incredible.
The atmosphere, unbelievable from 2 hours before, all the way through the game. Just won 3-2, the 3 points clear at the top, but unbelievable. What a game, what an experience.
What an experience. Well, I mean, just listen, just from the rail seating that we're here with right now, you're not given a seat, so you've got to come in and get your spec, and it means you've got to get here early. If you want to experience the yellow wall, you've got to be here in your spec. The ultras down the front get everyone going, but you know what, it's not like every single person sings. The core group at the bottom gets singing, and the atmosphere just ripples backwards and then it ripples all around the ground. There's no reason why other clubs can't do the similar thing. The standing's one thing, but it's the culture, and that's what we've got to get at Everton, but also in the Premier League. The culture of fans coming, spending money on food and drink and everything else, and doing it for the lads on the pitch. That's the most important thing. Because you've seen it here tonight, I guarantee that if Dortmund have got beat, these people here would still have left with a sense of identity and happiness, and that's all you can say. If you're going to be in on it, all on it for your football club, then do it all the time, not just when you're winning, but when you're not winning, because that's when it's most important, isn't it?
It's amazing. The backing they've received is amazing, and from the Leverkusen fans, no matter what the score was, they still were singing. So
you seen them at the start, they had flares out. They got flares out almost as in to say, you're going to do that, we've only got a small section, but this is what we're going to do. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think there's so many lessons to be learned from Everton and its fans moving forward, so let's do it.